Greetings! Greetings. Yeah, just jamming around. Just thought I'd do a little jam. Hello, everyone. Let's see, who do we have in the chat? We've got the Synth Renegade Mafia. Check it out. This is the Kumite 2025. Sure, it's dope. Custom made for me by Mr. Synth Samurai. Let me put my glasses on because I can't really. There we go. That's much better, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah. Let's see, who do we have in the chat? So we have Synth Samurai, Synth Renegade Mafia, Twin Cities Oxygen, Banana Rema. We have Mutton Wolf. I like that name. I've had mutton. You ever have mutton? Basically lamb's brains, right? Fry that up with a little bit of onions and some peppers and delicioso. All right. Who else we got here? We've got, let's see. We've got Conductive. What's going on? Who else we have here? All right. We have Sonic, Synth Sonic, sorry. Who else we got in there? We got Rudy. Yo, what's up, Rudy? And we got Apollo Hanzo. And we have, who else? That's it, right? No, we got more. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Country Fair 74. What's going on? We have Aaron Perez. Perez? Am I saying your name right, bro? Give me a yes or a no. Who else we got? We got, yeah, that's about it. But that's enough, right? That's all it takes. Oh, I forgot. DJ Vortec. What's up? And as you can see, so what you heard me jamming around with, was just having some fun with the Muse, was in the background was the Juno X. Yes, there you go. I need here, what is it? I need here a Renegade really to do a demo on the Juno X. Sure, we could do that. I can do a demo on the Juno X. I've done demos on the Juno X. Paris. Oh, Aaron Paris. Cool. From now on, Aaron Paris. There's my finger right there. The camera's right here. I don't even know where the camera is sometimes. But yeah, I got my dual camera shots going, which I was pretty happy about. That's with a camera called the OBS bot camera. It's a motion detection camera. Both of them are motion detection. One's called the OBS bot Meet, and this one is called the OBS bot Mini. I believe, yes. It's a mini. Chip penny, mini. So yeah, any questions? Anybody got any questions? Anyway, Muse or Juno X, pick one. What do you mean, Samurai? Muse or Juno X, pick one. No, dude, you do this all the time, bro. You get me like, nah, that ain't fair, dude. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that game, man. Trust my monkeys. What's up, man? How you doing? You need a new camera? I'll tell you, this one right here, let me show you. This camera right here is dope. It shoots in 4K. And it moves around. It won't move around right now because I don't have it. I have it stationary, static. Is that what they call it? Static. And then the one up top here, that's the Meet. Both by OBS bot. Great little cameras, pretty inexpensive. I like them. I think they're pretty cool. But yeah, man. So I just thought I'd play a little, turn this off for a minute because I'm getting a little
Getting a little feedback over here.
Get that feedback off. Second. Feedbackage. Oh, look at that. Look at, boom. Feedbackage. Whee! Okay. So yeah, so I this synth looks dope as fuck. Which one? The Muse? Oh, let me tell you something about the Muse. I am digging this synthesizer. It's so much fun to play. EchoCraft, is Muse the best synth you have ever played? I'm not going to answer that. That's a samurai question. Since synth mode, that's a definite samurai. That's something that he would ask me. I'm not going to answer that. I will say it's a big boy synth, and it is very. It's a lot of fun to play. I enjoy all my synthesizers. I really do. I have fun with all of them. I have to say the most interesting synthesizer I've ever played, and I'm going to go back to it like I always do, and that is the Osmos. I think that's probably the most interesting synthesizer I've ever played because, of course, Muse. I am loving it. Yeah, I mean, so what is this? What is it? Right click, vid source, top down cam. What, you don't like my top down cam? What are you talking about, Samurai? What's the matter with that? You don't like that? You told me to do that. I did that. Dude, you're throwing me off, son. Yeah, I did that. Why, does it not look like that? What the hell is going on? I don't know. Anyway, Echo went next level cork sniffer now. Oh, that's not good, dude. That's not funny. Oh, shut up. That's not funny, dude. That's no. Listen, I'll always be a Behringer bro. You know, it's probably the most expensive synthesizer in my studio. What's up, Rock? Hope things. And he smiles more while playing it. Yes, I'm enjoying it. I really am. Backwards mod wheel. Wrong side. You know, what? All right, Mr. Picky. Mr. Picky Pants. I'm going to leave it the way it is right now because you're throwing me off my game, dude. Trust My Monkey says Samurai has a habit of messing up my show with comments. No, he does. I love the guy. He just busts my balls, and he's right. It is on the wrong side. But anyway, let's see. Tactical MIDI, what's going on, man? I'm just saying hi to some folks here. So yeah, getting back to what I said. Echo is Twin Cities Oxygen says Echo is broke synth tube like Bane broke Batman's back. Big boss man ain't messing around. Okay. Anyway, so the most interesting synthesizer I played, I have to say, would probably be, like I said, the Osmos, because it's so much fun to play and it's so expressive. But the let me fix this mic. There we go. Sit back. The thing is the Muse is just, it's unbelievable. You know, Mutton Wolf, play your Muse over Behringer drums. Yeah, I will at some point. Do I have anything connected that way right now? Let me see. I think I do. I would have to look at my connections. I'm about to tear the studio apart because I'm about to install a MIDI patch bay. So I'm going to be doing some more Moog Muse stuff. This is part 3. Believe me, I'm just gonna flood my channel with this shit. I don't think I've ever done that with any synthesizer I've ever bought. Maybe done like maybe 4, 5, maybe 3 or 4 videos, but not 5 or more. So that's why I'm going to do this. And I want to do it because it's really cool. The Muse is an inspiration. Aaron says, Edge, Muse, Jam. Yeah, I got them set up, ready to rock. They're over here on this side. And I probably will do that. I'm going to do a lot of different things with the Muse. Like I said, I want to play it with the Rev 2, which I already have. I've played it with, I haven't played it with the, did I play it with the Deep Mind? I don't remember. I played it with the Matrix Brute, and I've played it with the Hydrasynth. Haven't played it with the Osmos yet. Trusto, I heard Maryland shut it down. Laugh out loud. Oh, I don't know what's going on there at Systems of Reality. You don't want to mess with Maryland. She'll shut you down, all right. Let's see. Anyway, so yeah, you can't do that to me. I'm not going to go for that. I'm not going to say that the if I was to pick a synthesizer, which one I would pick. And we did this yesterday. I said, what would be the first? What was Samurai's the one that posed that question, right? What was it? The first, the five synthesizers you would take with you if you had to, or I can't even, I can't even answer that. I don't want to answer that. It might incriminate me. But anyway, so playing around with it, I'm still having fun with it. I'm still learning it. I'm having a blast. I am. It's very cool. The Muse does have a sequencer. I haven't dabbled in that yet. I pretty much will soon. I try doing stuff with it, and I got to read the manual and watch some videos on it. What's it say here? Space and Shadow, what's going on, man? Echo, have you made any lush pads with the Muse yet? No, I have not. Again, I intend to dive deep. I want to make my own patches. Oh my God, will you shut up? Jesus Christ. Sorry, my Alexa, she goes off every once in a while. Doesn't shut up. Yes, I will make a patch from scratch, Samurai. Not going to do it today, but I will. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of different Moog Muse videos, only because it's so much fun. It's pricey, but seems to be worth it. It is pricey. We're not going to get into that right now. So, oh boy. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with the lights over there, but anyway, so, the other thing, the Hydrasynth is a special synthesizer as well. And, Mr. James Dyson, sir, how are you? Once you get outside the presets, the fun will begin. I think don't own it. Well, yeah, I mean, that's like any synthesizer, man. You know what I mean? If you, what's the link to the cameras? Samurai, you want to throw the link to the cameras down for Trusto? Sorry. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, like any synthesizer, once you get around the presets and you start creating your own sounds, your own pads and things like that, it's a lot of fun. One of my favorite synthesizers to create pads on, not pads, I mean, to create patches on, is the Matrix Brute. It's just fun, If you guys hear a beep beep go off, it's a stupid blood pressure cuff that I have to wear for 24 hours. I hate this fucking thing. But yeah, so I mean, it's a lot of fun to do it on the Matrix Brute because there's just so many different things. There's waveforms, you've got two different filters, and you also have the brute factor, which is the brute filter that's on there, which can get some nasty distortion and rumbling out of things. So it's a lot of fun to create stuff on that. Plus, the sequencer in the Matrix Brute is just out of control. And it's funny, like the Matrix Brute has been discontinued. So like when you talk about the Matrix Brute to some synth heads, they're like, the Matrix Brute's passe. Come on, dude. So is it a mini Moog? The fuck? People kill me. It's like any synthesizer's passe after it comes out, right? So I mean, the point of buying them is to use them and enjoy them and play them. And I talk about synths that I own because they're fun to play. And so I mean, a lot of times people don't do that. They'll review something and then they'll be done with it. They're like, no, I'm not doing that. Not gonna talk about that anymore. Not gonna do that anymore. And it's just weird to me, I go back, I went back to the Juno the other day and I played some stuff on the Juno. I'm going to do some stuff with the Rev 2. The Rev 2 is a great synthesizer. That's another thing. A lot of people's like poo-pooing the Rev 2. They're like, oh, sequential, they really haven't come out with anything. I mean, it's a synthesizer, man, do stuff with it. I just get kind of angry about that. If you haven't seen my pros and cons video on the Moog Muse, by all means, please give it a shot. Because I'm honest when it comes to this stuff. I didn't rag on the Juno X when I got it. I was honest about it. I was honest about what I said about it. Just turn this up a bit. Hang on. I was honest about it. I was, because for me, the Juno X was a symbol of nostalgia for me because it looks like a Juno 106. And so that's why I bought it. And I got to say, minus the patches, that have the drums and things in them, just the regular straight up Juno sounds are amazing, Bully McGuire. What do we got here? It says, that's a good point, Echo. Some people get caught up in the gear, release news, and forget about these being instruments you could use for a lifetime. A piano is quite old and still awesome. Absolutely. I love playing the piano. Roy Droid Void. Hey, man, I'm sorry I didn't mention you yesterday. You're like, hey, what am I, chopped liver? But yeah, how you doing? Sorry I didn't mention you yesterday, but I was going through the list and I'm sorry. Anyway, Trusto. Okay, all right. You guys having a conversation? That's cool. I hated the lights on the Juno X, but it does sound good. Yeah, they don't bother me. I don't know. The original Juno didn't have lights. It had little LEDs, but didn't light up. The buttons didn't light up. I own two Juno 106s, so I mean, it is what it is. I like the synth a lot. Like I said, the sounds, the original Juno sounds. What's up, Hans? The original Juno sounds. They're locked in there. They sound. I had two of them, so I know what it sounds like. I really like the way it sounds. So that's why, and if you notice, it blended really nicely with the Muse. It really did, What? Juno X got lights? Samurai, you own one. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Juno X is lit. Yes. Oh, and by the way, if Liquid Death is listening, yeah, I'd like you to sponsor me. Yeah, there you go. I said it. I'm shilling Liquid Death because I love this stuff. And this is called, what is this called? Squeezed to Death. It's a tangerine flavor. Yeah, it's really good. You check it out. Let's see. Geosynths, how are you, sir? Welcome. Jamie is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, the Muse is great, man. I'm digging it. The Juno X is also, I love both those synthesizers. That's why I own them. They're fantastic. What is Liquid Death? Well, Liquid Death is a carbonated all natural water. It was made by people who, because the cans are fully recyclable, it was made by people who were tired of drinking soda. So this is a naturally carbonated soda, basically, that's flavored. This is flavored with tangerine, oranges, and agave root, which is very sweet, but not too sweet. It's got a nice flavor to it. My favorite one is called Psycho Cider, which is like an apple cider. You can check it out. You get Liquid Death on Amazon. You can't get it off their website anymore. So yeah. But yeah, man. So there you go. There's a little Liquid Death promo for you. But yeah, so I told you guys, I said I'm gonna have a Muse in the studio in 2025, and I don't bullshit. That's one thing about me. I don't play that game. If I say something, I'm going to do it. And if I don't do it, I'll say, well, this is why, because I'm upfront and I'm honest about that stuff. Samurai, I'm waiting for Samurai. He says by 2027, he's going to have a PB12 in his studio. So hopefully they'll still be making them then. I know it's only a couple of years away, but I mean, I'm sure they're going to come out with something new. But yeah, so, I really enjoy this thing. And again, my favorite patch, you ready? This is my favorite patch. Here we go. This is my favorite patch. Well, let me switch this camera. There we go. And let me do this. Hold on. This is my favorite patch. That's my favorite patch. That is called Muse Runner. And I got to tell you, hey, Seth, how's it going? I have to tell you, I don't know why I like that patch. I mean, I guess because I am a Blade Runner fan, and I loved what Vangelis did on Blade Runner. But I got to tell you, there's something about that patch. It just takes me away.
Calgonite, take me away.
I don't know if anybody remembers that commercial. Probably not. I'm old. But yeah, so there's just something about it. It's big, it's wide, it's fat. And I will tell you this, and not because Jamie's in the chat, I'm going to tell you this. I bought a bunch of Jamie's patches for the DeepMind 12, and there's one on there, and I don't remember the name of it, but it's big, and it sounds like that, and I've used it in a lot of songs, actually, that I've written. And what I'm gonna do, I'll do a video. Maybe I'll do a video tomorrow. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and do a video I'll show you the patches that are similar to that on the Rev 2 and on the DeepMind, and it'll blow your mind because it really I did a free Blade Runner patch for the Muse. Oh, you did? Oh, my friend, I'll be downloading that. Is it still free, Jamie? I'll totally download that, man. Yeah, because there's just big fat analog synth sounds. I just love them. I'm like I said yesterday, I'm a pad guy. I love pads. And there's just something about them. And then like when you play something like the Muse, over a pad, it's just, je ne sais quoi. That's all I got to say. How's my French, Samurai? Was that good? I just asking because you're a Canadian, so I know you speak French or did speak French. I don't know. You speak many languages, my friend. Anyway, so yeah, the DeepMind 12 can really pump it out, especially with effects. And the DeepMind 12 effects are great. Yeah, I did a few when I first got it. We'll send you. Oh, dude, that would be awesome. Thank you. If you haven't checked out Jamie's channel, which he's a legend, go to GeoSynths on YouTube and check it out. He makes tons of patches for all different synthesizers. His show is great. So please go check him out. Very cool stuff. And I'm glad to see you in the chat, man. Let's see. Roy Droid Void says, I suspect the Calgon ad. Oh my God. Remember that ad, dude? With the manufacturer of Valium. It seemed to sell Valium. Take me away, Calgon. Oh my God. All right. What is this Muse fandom channel? What is this? A Muse fandom channel now? Or what is your channel? Multi-poly fandom channel now? Is that what? Hey, by the way, hopefully this week I'll be taking the Three Sisters down to Guitar Center and selling them for a multi-poly. So I'm just throwing that one out to you. It's going to be cool. I can't wait to play the multi-poly with the Muse, with the Osmos, because the multi-poly is MPE compatible. So that should be pretty cool. Mellotron patch. Yes, there is a Mellotron patch. I forget where it is. I'd have to find it. It is in there somewhere. You know what I'll do next? So when I do a video tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll write down where the patches and what banks they are, so that way, excuse me, I can come on and I'll do that. I'll bring that patch up because Samurai asked me about that as well. Let's see, EchoCraft. What do you want for the wave state? If I could get 350 for it, I'd be happy. I was going to put them up on Gear Exchange, and I'm tired of doing that shit, man. So that's why I was just going to take them down to Guitar Center and sell them. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm looking for. 350. That's what they go for on Reverb, about 350, 400. Plus I have a bunch of custom patches that were put in there that I bought off of, was it LFO Studio? Is that the name of the Samurai? What's the name of the, if you can call up, or Hans, call up the guy who makes all the patches for the Wave State and the Mod Wave, and I think it's LFO Studio, isn't it? Pretty sure. Let's see. I don't know. If you guys can pull that up, that'd be great. And because I bought a bunch of custom patches for that as well. LFO Store. Thank you, Samurai. So I bought a bunch of patches for that, for the Wave State in LFO Store. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah. So the other thing is I own the software, the VSTs of those three synthesizers, which you know, I just feel like I don't need the hardware. And you know, after I heard you got to go and check out Samurai's demo of the multi-poly. Check out all the demos of the multi-poly. It's incredible. It sounds incredible. And it's got, I don't know how many freaking, Samurai sent me the patch list of what this thing has in it. And I was like, holy crap. So yeah, so check it out. And like I said, it's definitely, you know, the thing with Korg is I don't really think that the Wave State and the Op 6, I will say the Op 6 is probably my favorite out of all of them. But I don't think they're worth the money that they're asking for. And to be honest with you. And by the way, Roy Droid, you know, these synths never left my studio. I have the original boxes, the original manual. I save all that stuff, and there's no dust on them because I use my handy dandy brush here. I have two of them actually. This one's nice and soft, and that's, you know, if you don't have one of these, you got to have one of these because it keeps your stuff clean. I don't like dirty synthesizers. It kills me. And I know people are cat lovers out there, and I'm not a cat lover because I'm highly allergic to them. But I hate it when I see people making videos and their cats are walking all over the synthesizer, and it just drives me crazy. It's like, you know, I wouldn't let my dog walk all over my, you know, my synthesizers. And cat hair is everywhere, and I just, ugh. Anyway, what did I do? Oh, now I'm selling the OP6 for the same price. So the Op6 for the same price, $350. $350 for the Op6, $350 for the Wave State, $350 for the Mod Wave. If anybody's interested, just go to echocraft.com, echocraft@gmail.com, and email me, and we'll see what we can arrange, see what we can do. Yeah, you know, I appreciate it. You know, it's nice when people help other people out and stuff, and I appreciate that. But yeah, so I don't know. Conductive, I'm okay. I'm in for the Op6. All right, Conductive, that's awesome, dude. All right, Roy Droid, is that sound good to you? Are you interested in that? Geez, if that's true, I did sell 2 synthesizers. But anyway, yeah. So I love the sound of the multi-poly. I think it's, you know, I was looking at the monopoly. Samurai has the monopoly, and man, that thing just sounds amazing. You know, and it just blows my mind. You know, it's like. That synthesizer. Plus, I love the flip top. I love flip top synthesizers. I wish the Muse was a flip top. That would be dope if that was true. But yeah, I really do. I like it. Who's saying ouch? What happened? The synth knobs perking out of the t-shirt. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get that off of there. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Echo Craft tax day poor. Forgot. Yeah, oh, I hear you. I hear you, man. Let's see what else we got here. If you want 1 year, Borg's always multi-poly. Yeah, I mean, I'm just reading some of the comments, guys. Yeah, well, you know, you got to, Jamie, you got to have one of these, right? And you got to dust yourself off sometimes, right? But anyway, voice mini Muse, flip top. Yeah, so I do, like I said, the monopoly is awesome. I like what you, when Samurai runs the, when he runs the monopoly through the effects chain that he has with the pedals, it just sounds freaking huge. And I mean, 4 oscillators. Come on, it just sounds amazing. But that's something I've always was looking forward to buying, and I never bought. But I'm gonna opt for the multi-poly instead. But I will say to you, the prices of Behringer gear went up, man, because of these tariffs, and the monopoly now is, what was it, $649 or something like that? It's like, it's crazy. And I remember when you messaged me, Samurai, you said, dude, you should go pick one of these up now. And I forget, it was like $389 or something. It was crazy, a crazy price. But yeah, I didn't jump at the chance to do that. Jamie says, yeah, does my head in with there's an eBay sale for a synth and it's covered in dust. Yeah, man, I hear you. It's drives me crazy. I did a video. I have a VT3, and I did a video of the VT3, and the old place that I used to live in had rugs in it like this, but the place was a dump. My wife and I lived in this apartment building for a long time, and we finally bought our own place. But the place was a dump, and that was in my first studio. After I got married, I had a second bedroom, built a studio in it. But I had zoomed in, and I'm looking at it, and there was like dust on it, and I hate that, and I felt so bad. I took the video down because I'm just like, I've seen some people on YouTube. They're like showing off their gear, and they're great musicians, and they're showing off their gear, and it's just covered with dust. And I'm like, why? Be nice to your equipment, love your equipment, treat it kindly. If, I look at it like, if you got dust and stuff on your gear, man, and how do you treat the one you love? How do you treat your woman, your man, or whatever you're into? Like, I don't know. I have a love affair with my gear. I keep it clean. I keep it tuned up. I keep it right. That's what you got to do. You got to love your gear. Anyway, my synths are covered in weed dust. All right. Excellent. Party on. Well, dude, if you ever run out, I guess you could just scrape it off of whatever synth it's on and roll a joint or two, right? I see gunk on gear and I have to turn it off. It makes me ill. Yeah, I'm the same way, dude. I was watching this guy, I forget who he was, and he had this really weird setup. It looked like it was outdoors. I have to say that because it looked like it was in like a greenhouse. And there was so much filth on his synthesizers, and people were commenting and say, dude, clean that synth, will you? And he was just like, well, I don't have much time. And it's like, well, you had time to make the video. Clean your synth. God damn it. Let's see. Well, the whole baby oil thing is, Cheetos and synths. Oh my God, that's brilliant. I guess if you're eating in your studio, I don't know, man. Yeah, the baby oil thing, you'd have to ask Samurai about that. That's that Diddy thing, right? The Diddy synth files that he did or he's still doing. I don't know, we haven't heard much about Diddy, have we? But Cheetos and synths, that's brilliant, man. Seriously, that would be a great name for a band. Cheetos and synths. But yeah, so dusted and disgusted. All that gets your depression. What else, Rourke say? I prefer weed dust to Cheeto dust. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Could you imagine like pulling a Muse out of the box and you're sitting there eating Cheetos and you just cover the key bed with Cheeto dust? I needed that laugh, dude. That was great, Jamie. Thank you. But yeah, man. So, you got to take care of your stuff. And you got to, and I got on this subject because, hey, what's up, Machines One? Because, if you go to sell it, right? I mean, I always, my wife makes fun of me because I keep all my boxes, right? And I'm a box hoarder. But you know what? Like if I go to sell these, like I'm gonna, I got the original boxes, and I think I talked about this on Synth Fighter show with Samurai. When I worked at Guitar Center, we used to hold all the boxes at Guitar Center when people would come in with trades and stuff. And then it got to a point, I guess there was just too many. It was just building up, and they ended up throwing them away. And they don't even do that anymore. If you come into Guitar Center with a box, they throw it away. I don't get it. Like, I don't know, for nothing, but something that's used, it's appealing to me is when I get it and it's in the box. Like when I sold stuff on Reverb and Gear Exchange, I would pack it up really well and I'd send it out. And, I've gotten nice, emails from people saying, hey man, you really packed that nicely. Thank you so much. I feel like I just opened up a brand new package, and that's the way you should. That's the way it should be. That's the way you should feel. Yeah, Jamie, I have a storage unit as well, filled with boxes, and it's nuts. Again, my wife thinks I'm nuts because I save them, but you know what? It's worth it. And if, God forbid, if you have to send something out to be repaired. I mean, if I ever had to send the Muse out or any of them, to be repaired, you ever see what they do at Guitar Center? I would never send my stuff to Guitar Center to get repaired. That's just me. I would find somebody. There's somebody, I forget who it was, that told me there's a guy, I think it down in Nashville, that fixes synths, and I would ship it to him. But again, having the box, packing it up, sending it out, is the way to go. And it's funny, I when you buy something from Sweetwater, they always give you a little bag of candy and a sticker. Well, I keep the candy. But when I sell stuff on Gear Exchange, I put on the top of the box, I put a little sticker. I think I did that to you, Banana Rider, didn't I? I sent you a box with a sticker when you bought my the JU6 that I sold you. Good looks, man. One packaging, peanuts. Oh yeah, that's right. I packed that one. I packed Banana Rider 69 when I sent him the Juno, the JU6. I packed it with a bunch of biodegradable, mind you, peanuts. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Sorry, dude. But I did put a little sticker in it, didn't I? It was a little Sweetwater sticker in there that I put in there. Just for giggles, I had a guy bought my monologue off me, my Korg monologue. I had a red one, which is rare. And the guy paid serious cash for it. Like, I couldn't believe he was going to buy it for that much, but that's what I was asking because I know they're rare. The red ones are rare. So I put a little Sweetwater sticker on it, and he messaged me back. He said, dude, that was so cool. I felt like I was actually buying something from the Sweetwater store. You know what I mean? So it's just something stupid and fun, that I do. Sweetwater sticker and a Hydrosynth sticker. That's right. I gave you a Hydrosynth sticker. Oh, it's fucking great. Because that's the other thing. When you buy a Hydrosynth, they give you like a bag of stickers. I mean, a bag of them. I don't know how many. There's got to be like 20 or 30 stickers in there of all different things, that say ASM or Hydra or whatever, But anyway, well, I've been chit-chatting a little bit now, a little long in the tooth here. Let's see. You ain't converting me to ASM. Dude, you should get, what? You should get the Hydra desktop. That's a great piece. I forget, Machines One. Who's the guy that has like 5 Hydras? Or 4 Hydras? I think you sent me a video. A samurai sent me a video. It had massive hydras, and it was great. It sounded amazing. Hydra synths are amazing, man. What does it say? EchoCraft Sweetwater didn't send you a bag of Cheetos. No, they didn't. Thank God. No, they sent me candy, and I don't know where it went. It disappeared. It's gone somewhere. I didn't even eat it yet. I don't know what the hell I did with it. But anyway, so guys, I appreciate you coming in and checking out the channel and listening to me jam a little bit and and chit-chatting and making me laugh and smile, because that's what it's all about, is, having fun, laughing and smile, man. Life's too short, And I don't know, I guess there is no Kumite this evening. And I know that it's going to be next week. So stay tuned. All right. If you want to purchase any shirts from me, please go to echocraft.com. That's my merch channel. And you can get... Echo has a poster of Lord Cheeto above his bed. Yeah. And I, like an idiot, read your comment out loud. Thanks, Samurai. And if you want one of these shirts, I don't know, Samurai, are you selling these, or was this an exclusive for me? It has my logo on it. It has the Punisher coming out of the dust, and I got the K25 on the back. But yeah, if so, check out Samurai's his website for his merch site and pick up some stuff from him. They got some great. He makes great shirts. But I have a bunch of shirts. You guys check it out. I try to moderately price them. I don't like making people pay a lot of money for them. So it's echocraft.com. If one of you guys, one of my Blue Wrench guys, can put that in the comments field just to show people, and Samurai, you should definitely throw your t-shirt page up there too, if you can. And yeah. So anyway, maybe I don't know. Maybe should I play some more? Should I play some more Muse? What do you think? Or should I just say goodbye? Taking a vote. Anyone? Bueller? Okay. My playing's that bad, so people aren't gonna. They don't want me to play. I won't play out then. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right, give me a sec. But before I do, without further ado, like I always say, Jamie, thank you so much for coming in. Everybody that joined in, I'm not going to name all the names because I missed somebody last time. I apologize. But everybody, thank you so much for coming in tonight and hanging out with me for a little while. Like I always say, stay frosty, stay creative. Peace.